Hey, hey, hey. I am early tonight. Come on and join me. Time to focus our energy. We have some intensity out there. Come on in and join me tonight. Come on in. Take a moment, center your energy. I'm going to go live over here on Instagram. Hey, hey, hey. Here we go. What a week. It's some full moon energy coming in. Lots going on in the cosmos. Lots of needing to center your energy body. Come on in and join me. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. Tarianne Hyman here. This is my Empowered Spirit Show where I come on live. We talk about the cosmos. We align our energy. We look to the cards for guidance. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. What an intense week. That full moon was really out there. Didn't quite get to see it, but I will say I felt it. I really, really did. So yeah, lots going on in the world. Let's just start with the podcast for a moment. We had a really good podcast. I was out there with Pam Moore from the Moore Institute talking about their new book, Natural Pathways of Recovery. Really good, the way they now come up with ways to assess people, to work with them through recovery. As she says, that traditional system doesn't always work. So really being individualized and finding the ways in which to work with recovery. We all have addictions. We all have addictions, so it's the matter with which we get to them. I talked about it on the email I sent out in the podcast too. It's like, I kind of put on that COVID-15, getting into the emotional eating, getting into not doing my energy work or my yoga work, I should say, and just really getting off my track. But it's when those things like get in the way of your life, get in the way. For me, it was my health, right? That's when we need to look at those addictions and those vices and what are we going to them for. So really great episode. Check it out. And if you or anyone you know in need of addiction recovery, need of help, definitely reach out to Pam and Steve Moore of the Moore Institute. I will give a shout out to my sponsor. Really grateful for them. Had a great teaching with them last week as well, talking about energy matters and how they show up. Also, too, about, when people come and sit in their chairs and doing their hair, and this is for all the service industry, how they take on energy from everybody kind of dumping their stuff as you're sitting there getting your work done. So very important. Our energy matters for mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, and physical health. Forecast, they're a great sponsor for me. They are a hair salon located in Homewood, Alabama, really on a mission to shape the beauty industry, giving the latest in education to all of their people so that their people and they can bring it out to the people in the community. And it's even not just related to hair, but creativity and how we show up. So very grateful for them as well. All right, so as we enter this week, we do have the intensity of Scorpio. Scorpio's a pretty intense energy. My rising, it's out there, it's deep, it goes in, it asks the questions. All right, it goes from like yesterday, the 23rd, all the way through November. All right, and lots of times you'll hear, and I read this through Spirit Daughter, you hear like the words for Scorpio's I desire. I would still say it's intensity. It really takes you deep. It's got a lot of psychic energy around it. We go into our soul, and right now especially, it's a good time to go into your dreams. What are the downloads? Also, the intensity can sometimes, too, come from the shadow side. I mean, if you think about Scorpions, they like their little cave. They like to be in there, and then they come out, and then they get like, uh-oh, what happened, Sting? Sting. So we have to be careful with the energy, but you really can do some powerful work during this time. You really can do some work to look at what those shadows are, to honor them, to thank them for showing up, to learn from them. And that's where the rites come into your life. That's where using the techniques, Reiki, run some energy, smooth down those emotions, tapping, really bring them up and process them, using your intuition to understand where they're coming from, the tarot to ask questions. This is a way in which can help you really process those emotions. We don't want to bypass them. We don't want to not feel them. All right? For many of us, we can't help it but feel. And this week, as we start the week, we're going to start out with the moon in Cancer, sun in Scorpio, pretty intense. That Mars energy that Scorpio is ruled by is very intense too. So as you go to start your week, careful, just careful. Pull your energy in a little bit. I know we're like kind of wanting to be out there with some of this Scorpio energy. The Mars energy pushes us to do, but really take some time. I'll share. I've been doing extra meditation since I taught that Reiki 2 class a couple weeks ago, every day adding another minute. And this morning I had a little extra time, and it was like, okay, I'm just going to ascend. So it was like 40, 50, almost an hour's time, and what a difference. What a difference. And it just takes building up. That's all you have to do is build up the energy. So really this season of Scorpio takes us into really being our own teachers. It's kind of like, gee, you are your own guru, right? Gee, or you are you. Sometimes we do need guidance, all right? Sometimes it is a good time to get a spiritual helper, a spiritual teacher, a spiritual guide to guide you through some of this. I know all of us can tap, and that's how I teach in my private mentoring, but sometimes when you have somebody sitting across from you that's trained in this work, you can really go deep. All right, I was working with an adorable girl on Saturday, really getting to the root of the problem. Really getting in there using some EFT, and that's what this season and the sun energy will really pull up for you as well, if you allow it. And I'm going to say this, I've said it a couple of times, we got some eclipses coming up next month, we've got some intensity coming around as we move into 2022, so doing your work and really taking the chance on opening up your consciousness, opening up your awareness, being really present is going to be very powerful for you to do that. Really is. And as we go through this week, noticing where you are with that, noticing where your energy is, noticing where your feelings are, right? That energy of the Cancer moon with the Scorpio energy is going to make you sensitive. All right, and if you're already super sensitive or you're already empathic and you're not aware of it, you're going to feel it. You're just going to feel it and wonder what's going on. So using the tools, being aware, bringing your energy in just a little bit is going to really help you face some of those shadows. Some great work. When I was doing my training in New York for the sanctuary, we worked a lot with Debbie Ford's work, The Dark Side of the Shadow Chasers. Amazing work. And it really helps you see so many facets of yourself, what you're hiding from, what you're pushing down, and what you can work through. When we face the deepest parts of who we are, that's our spiritual growth. That's where we learn our lessons. That's where we can open up to the essence of who we truly are. So when you work through this month, all right, we're going to be working through that last phase of the moon. The moon is waning. We're losing the light. Great time. Let go. Cut the cords. Do some of that, the seheki we talk about in Reiki. But look at the triggers, all right? Look at your judgments. Look at what you're feeling. What are your dreams? Look for what's underneath. Some of maybe your procrastination, or you're willing to self-sabotage, right? Look for the light that's in those shadows. Own them, and you'll grow. It really will. This is when we do the deep work. Our energy's coming in. Lots of times you hear people say, and I've said it myself, like the veils are thinning this time of year, especially around Halloween, all right? Going to see the Ghost Walk of Birmingham tonight, so I'm on early. But really, as we were learning in my energy class with Cindy Dale, it's not just the veils are thinning, but we are being able to better access. So some of our veils are thinning. We go deeper into who we are. We go through the portal of energy, and we can access so much information. Get downloads, get information from your guides, talk to them, call them in. So it really is a great time to have a spiritual practice, to journal. I've been using the cards every morning. I've been drinking my kakaya, having a ceremony, asking myself questions. I don't know if you've caught me on Instagram for those, but on the stories, I've actually started writing some haikus. I've actually looking at every morning wow, I'm so close to it. Let me just go and learn what a haiku is. So check it out. Let me know what you think. All right? Really important as we move through this last phase. Next week we'll be talking about, first let's get through Halloween, right? Halloween, Day of the Dead, which will be next weekend. Really intense time. Visit from your ancestors. Honoring them is really important as well. That's some of that deep, intense work. And then we'll move into that new moon. And then next month we have a full moon eclipse. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, all right? So just taking some time to pull your energy in this week. Notice how you're feeling. Know that we are all in this intensity of change. Finding the light in your shadows, doing the work is really how you're going to move through this time and just open up to a bigger part of who you are. All right, I pulled out some really great crystals to use. I love the Mangano calcites. I love them. They're pink. They have beautiful patterns of energy. They're really for the heart. And they give you a little bit more protection, I would say, maybe than some of your rose quartz, but it's a beautiful stone for the heart. All right, we all know this one probably from our computers. We put it in our computers, Sugarite, which helps with all that static and all that interference that's going on. I tend to find right now, too, the Obsidian, especially like this Apache Teardrops. This can help you kind of process some of that energy, ground into those emotions, and not get so carried away with it. Really important. Rainbow Hematite's another great one for all the colors and all that magnetic energy. I don't know where mine is right this moment. But choose stones that you vibrate with. Choose ones that can help you open up, have confidence, give you grounding to do this work, to look at those parts that sometimes they're not so easy to look at. But this is where our growth comes from, for sure. All right, so let's take all this energy in, and let's see what you can let go of right now as we go deep within to our spirit. So wherever you are, if you can, take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Lighting a little sage as we take this time to center our energy. Calling in your spirit, presencing that energy for you. Calling right into the very center, presencing my spirit, connecting with the greater spirit, source, creator, God, however you see that. Feel that connection right into your heart. Know that you are known. Know that you are loved. And then create this sacred space around us, around you, calling in your spiritual teachers, the Reiki masters, the archangels, calling in the crystal beings, calling in your own spirit guides. As we take this time to pause, to center our energy, to have appreciation for where you are right now on your path. This beautiful season of fall, the days are getting shorter, the light is changing for sure. Imagine just standing at the sunset, bringing in those beautiful colors that the sunset offers, lifting your vibration, honoring your day, all the struggles, good, bad, or indifferent. This is how we grow. And just set that intention for you as you move through this Scorpio season. Set that intention. Notice how you'll feel the peace, the love, the vibration that you want to feel, and let it radiate up and out through your heart. Send it all around you for this week. See that light ahead of you. And just take a moment as we notice the energy within, honoring all of the directions for guidance and protection to the west, the north, the east, and the south, above you, below you, right into the very center. Calling in, going deep within your own spirit. Just take a moment more. What are some of those dark places for you? Feel that energy. Maybe it's a drop in vibration. Maybe you see it as a color. Just cut the cord. In Reiki, we would say seheki, seheki, seheki. We would sign a symbol. And we release the energy out. And then we shine light. And allow that light to brighten your path as you move through this week. You can do this as often as you need. When those shadows come up, feel the emotion. Cut the cord. Shine light. Radiate out. Inhaling and exhaling. Releasing the attachment to that intention and just radiate the energy out. Bringing the awareness back, keeping this beautiful vibration of energy. As we look for the cards, finding that guidance, hearing something that you need to hear right now. So the first card that comes up, it's always a great card, the Hierophant. So this is about, like, where is your power going? Who are you giving your power to? Are you using your power? Kind of like we talked at the very beginning, like, gee, you are you. You are your own guru, your own teacher. Sometimes we need guidance. Sometimes we need help, like I said earlier. But this is all about going in and really practicing. I like this for this deck. Practicing your tools, using your spiritual practice, using your meditation time, noticing what is in there inside of you. The keys are there. We meditate a little bit. We have the wisdom. We bring in the cosmic energy. That's the energy and guidance for this week. Do you need help? Do you need to understand a little bit deeper? Those are the questions for you. Now, the way in which we go about it, the help that we have here, the first card is Temperance. Always love this. This is like being that alchemist for your light, mixing the elements, balancing fire, air, earth, and water. All right, as we start into this season, or in this moon in Cancer tomorrow, Make sure that the water emotion is not too much. The water element is not too much. Be sure to ground a little bit of energy. All right, maybe you do need to lift up your energy with a little fire. All right, what is it for you? Maybe you're too much in your head and let go of some of that air. Finding that balance is going to teach you so much about who you are and what you're doing. The second card is the Daughter of Water. So I feel like this is reminding us, careful of the influence of the emotions. Don't get so caught up in everybody else's, all right? Sometimes, that daughter energy. We tend to be dramatic in our emotions, all right? I can be guilty of that. I've been working on that, though. No drama. Stay present. That's kind of been my mantra. And that is actually now that I think about it, that's actually a good mantra for this week. Don't get caught in all the drama. Process your emotions, cut the energy, let it go, shine light. Really good way to look at that. Because then we have the Ten of Air, and this is about all that mental chatter. This is just going to kill you, so to speak. This is going to really drive you crazy if you keep spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning the same thoughts. Should I do this? Why did I do that? I knew I should. You know what I mean, right? Pull all of those old thoughts together, cut the cords, let it go. See, it's just like stabbing you in the hand. It's really hurting you. It's more like self-sabotage. And again, that's where meditation, Reiki, any of the rites can help you slow down and get out of the groove of the mind, definitely. So some good cards, 2 majors, Hierophant, be your own teacher, go into your spiritual practice, get some extra spiritual training if you need it, but practicing it is key. Balance the elements, there's a healing going on with this energy. Don't get caught in the drama of the emotions. Don't. It's just too much wasted energy. Go within yourself. Get rid of the chatter of the mind. Notice where it comes in. Notice where it's really just you making all that chatter. False evidence appearing real, right? Let it go as you move through this week. All right, let me know how that resonates. Take a nice deep inhale. See, some others have joined us. Yay. Let me know how it is for you. I do have some announcements. Let's see. If you're local to Birmingham, I am back teaching my Reiki and Restorative Yoga Wednesday night at our new address over there on Highland Avenue. DM me if you want more information or check out my website. Ritual Shelter. Love Ritual Shelter. We're actually going to that ghost walk tonight right after this. I will be down there. I was there this week reading cards. It's so much fun Saturday. I love reading cards. I'll be there next Saturday with my jewelry. I'll be there taking orders, custom work, fire, air, earth, and water, working with the elements. So if you want to do a custom piece, come check me out. Ritual Shelter next Saturday. And then I have a Reiki 1 locally coming up, first weekend in November. And then my intuitive path. All right, calling in 8 women. There's power in 8. 8 women to join me during this winter season to work with your energy, the ancestral energy. Get on the wait list. I'm going to be doing some fun things until we get to the winter solstice, and then we start in 2022. All right, lots of great things coming up. So let me know if you want a card. Let me know if you have questions about the readings. I see a couple people on each of the platforms here. Hey, Carla, Mercedes. Hey, Ellen, how are you? All right, Marissa, I see you joined. Let me know if you want a card. What did I do with them? Here they are. The Empowered Spirit Tarot. We do have a few cards left, a few decks. You can find them on my website. Really enjoy them. They're lots of fun. Lori Hanna, the artist. All right, we're going to do a card for Mark and Marissa. Mark, since it's your birthday, well, yesterday, we're going to go first. Mixing them up. All right, kind of an interesting card because, Mark, this is the world, meaning like you've completed a circle. We talk about this lots of times with like solar returns. All right, and this is a card that like kind of helps you to come back around to where you were born and look at your path. Look how far you've gone. Look at all of your accomplishments. There is great celebration for this. Making it around the earth another time, the sun another time is a great accomplishment. But the world is a beautiful card. It gives you that ability to look at the circle of your life, to know you're supported, and that you have so many wonderful things in your life. All right? Marissa, 5 of water. All right, this is careful of that emotional energy. Don't get too caught up in it as you begin this week. Know that things change, but underneath that change, there's so much going on. Growth is where it comes from. Growth comes from change is what I'm trying to say. So just allow yourself to feel it. Don't get caught up in it. And know that you're building something really beautiful. Feel all of that greatness in your heart, all right? All right, Mare. Hey, Mare, how you been? All right, Mare, we got the Daughter of Fire. This is about having some passion coming forward. Perfect Scorpio card. Perfect Scorpio card. This is like bringing that passion and that intensity forward, shining your light, standing on for what you believe, and having some innocence. Having some innocence about that, all right? Still trying to get Susan Miller on the show. They just emailed me about her. I know you and Marissa follow her a lot. So we'll see. I'll let you know. All right, over here, Carla. Hey, Carla, how are you? Carla, we got the Devil's card. So this card is kind of what we were talking about on the podcast this week. This card is about like looking at the self-sabotage. I like to look at it as self-sabotage. Where are we getting in our way? All right, look at the chain. Look at the little feet there. So let that energy go. Notice where it is for you and look underneath. This is definitely related to some of the shadow work that Scorpio energy brings up. All right, it's a great time to ask questions. Where am I staying in my comfort zone? I like to look at it that way as well. All right, let me know how that resonates with you. If I've missed anybody, let me know. So lots going on for me, starting to get back out. I'm doing both small groups and also teaching at my home studio, which I love. I had a lot of people. I had 2 people for a Reiki class, private class. They love the attention. They love the fire. They love the kakai. A really nice way to really kind of reach out and get some special attention right now. So reach out if you're interested. Let me know. Check out the podcast this week. Cool, love the card. And yes, can't wait for that. All right. Yeah, hopefully she'll be on. We'll see what happens. I think she's doing better. She was in an accident. All right, everyone. It's going to be intense out there. We have Halloween coming up. The veils do thin out. The reality, the illusions come forward. Check in with yourself. Check in with some of that spirit energy. Pull in your guides. Look to your dreams. Channel the messages in. We do that by slowing down, by using the rights for your everyday life. Reach out if you want some more information about my private mentoring. I would love to help you upgrade your spiritual path. All right, so let's just go to close the energy. I'm going to get ready to go down and take the tours of the Ghost of Birmingham. How much fun is that? A walking tour. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. Take a nice deep inhale, returning to that intention you've set for this week. Let those elevated emotions just radiate out from your heart. Be guided. Slow down. Process your emotions. Energy matters. Thanks again for joining me. To your spirit, namaste.